We have the privilege tonight to make some special presentations. This is the 27th year that the county has an annual Outstanding Youth Awards. And these awards are given in 4 categories. They are community service, compassion, courage, and overall achievement. Nominations come from many places. They come from parents, they come from relatives, teachers, counselors, neighbors, family, friends. The selection committee has a difficult task. There are amazing youth in our community. One of the things the board has the privilege of doing, and we just did this within the last month, is hold town halls at all of our high schools. And I can tell you the questions and the thoughtfulness of our youth is strong. And so selecting just a very few from 12,000 youth that are in our school systems is obviously a difficult task. But they have done that. I have sent congratulations to all of those who applied, whether they were selected or not. And at this time, I'd also like to thank our selection committee. As I said, it's not an easy task. And so our selection members this year were Ms. Trinity Choice, Mr. John Lee, Mrs. Cindy Kursky from the school board, and the vice chair of our board, Mrs. Sheila Knoll. So I appreciate them working through hundreds of applications and nominations. A reception was held earlier today. I apologize I wasn't able to be there because of a conflict, but I think all of the other board members were there. I understand it was a great turnout and a nice reception. What we'd like to do tonight is we would like to present each of the award winners with a personalized Peter Jefferson Cup with a county seal and also a formal board resolution. And I'm also pleased to announce that upon your graduation, you'll also receive a $500 educational scholarship. So with that, the excellent representatives from our Youth Commission are going to help present these. So I'd ask them to come forward and help at this time.
Thank you. The 2016 Outstanding Youth of the Year Award recipient for community service is Emma Donatelli. Emma is a freshman at Tabb High School and is joined tonight by her parents Joe and Susan and her nominator and family friend, Miss Marcia Potus. For many years, Emma Donatelli has consistently demonstrated a genuine desire and commitment to serve others despite being a very busy person herself. Her first year of high school has been no exception. Sorry about that. Emma has maintained an A average, played 2 sports, and stayed active in her church youth group. But in spite of this full schedule, Emma has continued doing well what she started at a young age. She tirelessly serves others while inspiring many people in the process. Emma's willingness to make the time to serve others first blossomed at the end of 2nd grade when her parents took her and her 3rd grade brother, Sam, to a volunteer trash pickup one Saturday at her dad's workplace. On their way home, they began talking about looking for some more volunteer opportunities when Sam asked if they could call some friends to join them. What was expected to be about 10 to 12 child volunteers became a very active group of 50 to 60 enthusiastic youth, and their group, Kids United to Help, or KUTH for short, was born. Emma, Sam, and their friends performed a wide variety of community service throughout their elementary school years and beyond. Projects included stuffing backpacks of food for the peninsula's underprivileged children at the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank, providing an annual Halloween party for the residents at the Chesapeake retirement community, and organizing 2 talent shows a year at Peninsula nursing homes. Since KUTH's numbers declined as older children got busier and aged out during middle school, last year there was talk that it would finally be disbanded. But Emma was adamant that it had to continue so that other children could grow up having opportunities to serve others. And so Emma did what she seemed to do best in life. She volunteered to lead the group. She now coordinates communication amongst all the members and keeps the younger children, which now numbers about 50 again, organized and on task. Emma has also volunteered in numerous other capacities apart from KUTH, including assisting with Special Olympics, volunteering with Top Soccer, a community-based program for young athletes with special needs, and volunteering with the Peninsula Rescue Mission numerous times, where she has helped prepare and serve meals to mostly homeless men and then washed the dishes and cleaned the kitchen afterwards. Emma also serves her church community by volunteering in childcare, hospitality, and in every annual Love Week of community service organizations by the church. She sponsors a child in the Dominican Republic with her own money and makes blessing bags with her family containing some essentials, a few goodies, and an encouraging scripture verse that they give to homeless people. Perhaps Emma's favorite service activity is the Relay for Life, which she has participated in since the 6th grade with her beloved adopted Grandpa Phil died of cancer. This left Emma devastated, but also determined to help others with this disease. And she has purchased torches and plaques in honor of loved ones with her own money. Emma's mom and dad describes her as being naturally quiet and reserved, but the first one to raise her hand to volunteer for anything. A quality also affirmed by family friend and nominator Marcia Potus, who appreciates how Emma has inspired her own children and admiringly relates how Emma believes that as busy as she is, there is always time to put others first. Emma, the Board of Supervisors publicly recognizes you this evening as a most worthy recipient of the Outstanding Youth Award for Community Service. The board extends its sincere admiration and appreciation for your exemplary service, along with its encouragement that the world is indeed a better place because of your efforts to help those in need and the inspiration you have given many others to do likewise. Thank you.
Would you like to say something? Would you like to take the podium or stand here?
I am incredibly grateful for this award. Ralph Waldo Emerson was quoted as saying, "It is one of the most beautiful compensations of life that no man can sincerely try to help another without helping himself." I think what he meant was that by volunteering, not only are you helping others, but you are helping yourself by realizing a greater sense of purpose. I have been volunteering since I was very young, and it has greatly influenced the way I view the world. Any act of volunteering has the potential to change a life, so I am committed to continuing to look for ways to help others and to do my part to make the world a better place. Thank you.
Kayla Woolston is a recipient of the 2016 Outstanding Youth of the Year Award for Compassion. She's a senior at Tabb High School and is here with her parents, Chris and Deborah Wright. Kayla was nominated by both her mom and her family friend, Miss Susan Kaiser, who is also with us. Kayla Woolston exemplifies the meaning of the word compassion, consistently and caringly extending herself to help others as a busy senior at Tabb High School, where she has taken a challenging course load, has been named to the National Honor Society, and has earned academic highest honors this year, and is also an active member in Tabb's BECA and FBLA clubs, as well as Girl Scouts Troop 1274. In spite of her busy schedule, Kayla always seeks others out and makes time for them. Throughout her life, she has demonstrated a genuine heart of compassion, especially for those less fortunate or those facing particular challenges. As a young girl, Kayla had the privilege of making a lasting friendship with a special needs girl her age, and naturally related to her as she would anyone else, and has always wanted her to be included in everything. Kayla's active participation in the Girl Scouts since the 1st grade gave her many opportunities to show kindness, compassion, and commitment towards others. Kayla's experience with her own special challenges hit her in the 9th grade when she began to experience fatigue, excessive weight loss, and suffered from massive migraines, which forced her to miss a great deal of school and affected her ability to play sports. This was initially diagnosed as a brain tumor, a devastating turn of events for this vibrant young girl. In spite of the fear and daily pain, nevertheless inspired peers and adults alike by continuing to live life just as she had been doing, positively, with faith, and with compassion for others' needs as if she had none for her own. She never stopped caring or doing for others. Thankfully, Kayla diagnosed, changed, and new medication has recently helped her to control her migraines on most days. But her mom shares the whole experience. But her mom shares the whole experience and helped Kayla realize how fortunate she was. That awareness, plus the maturing process where she began to understand in the deeper way that there are people in this life who just don't have, seemed to take Kayla's concern for others to a new level. This has been clearly demonstrated by the caring things Kayla has done throughout the past few years, including donating food, her time, and money to local food pantries, making blankets for the elderly, and supporting an annual Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation walk, and a golf tournament in honor for her beloved cousin and friend. While driving right before the winter break this past year, Kayla and her cousin observed many homeless people in the local parking lots and streets corners begging for food and money, and asked them the question, "What can we do?" They responded by immediately gathering donations and using their own money to purchase and pack 40 book bags for the homeless, filling them with gloves, hats, socks, food, and water, and some men's clothes, and an encouraging note to lift up their spirits, and delivered these to as many homeless people they could find before taking them the rest to the church participating in an emergency winter shelter program. Later on, during our January snowfall this year, Kayla stayed up one night to make 50 peanut butter and jelly sandwich brown bags and delivered those approximately 15 to 20 blankets donated from family and friends to the Virginia Beach-based Blankets for the Homeless program. All this is typical of the sensitive and care she routinely shows others, and which prompted family friend Susan Kaiser to also nominate her. She has long observed Kayla's caring heart and admiringly remembers how she responded as a young high school student by continuing to care for others throughout her own ordeal, and relates to that. To put forth the energy that she did in a time when there wasn't any energy left shows that Kayla holds an amazing amount of compassion for others. Kayla, the Board of Supervisors publicly recognizes you as indeed a most worthy recipient of the Outstanding Youth Award for Compassion, and extends its sincerest admiration and appreciation as you continue to live a life of exemplary love and concern for others. The Board's best wishes go with you as you make an impact in the world by continuing to touch one life at a time.
Good evening, Board of Supervisors, members of the York County Youth Commission, and special guests. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for this scholarship. I was excited when I found out I was selected for this prestigious award, but even more excited to hear that I was nominated by Ms. Kaiser. Thank you. This scholarship will help me so much knowing I have a minimum of 4 years to achieve my degree. I will work hard and do all that I can to excel in my pursuit of the dental hygiene degree. I hope to make a positive impact in our community and make the York County community proud. Finally, I would like to thank Mr. Rick for all of his time and talents, generating the amazing words and the proclamation. Thank you.
Rosalind Wade is the 2016 recipient of the Outstanding Youth of the Year Award for Courage. She's a senior at Bruton High School and is joined tonight by her mother, Miss Nancy Wade, and her tutor, family friend, and nominator, Miss Lori Minter. Rosalind Wade exemplifies the meaning of courage, a quality for which she is deeply respected and admired by all privileged to know her. Rosalind began her life of inspiring personal courage in a small basket at a post office in central China, from where she was placed in an orphanage. Later, as a severely undernourished 22-pound 3-year-old, she met her adoptive mom, Nancy Wade. In addition to Rosalind's physiological challenges, her early childhood development had been further stunted from a lack of mental stimulation, which left her with significant language delays and some learning disabilities that continue to challenge her today, including short-term memory issues and auditory processing disorder, a neurological condition that inhibits the distribution and use of information. This causes Rosalind to have difficulty recognizing sounds, tuning out background noise, understanding her teachers, and remembering information, which all results in her needing much extra time to read and write. At times growing up, cumulative testing was next to impossible. Rosalind has faced other extremely difficult circumstances that have further tested her, including right after Christmas during her freshman year, when her beloved mom was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer, for which she went to a hospital in Boston for extended treatments, requiring her to be away from home for at least 2 weeks at a time. She would return home for a short time between rounds of treatment to see Rosalind, who was staying with neighbors, before returning to Boston for more treatment. This schedule lasted the entire second semester of Rosalind's freshman year in high school. Rosalind spent that summer in Boston with her mother. Very thankfully, her mom's cancer went into remission, and she returned home in October of Rosalind's sophomore year. But this joyous outcome was followed by another setback for Rosalind, who began experiencing great difficulties keeping up in school at the beginning of her sophomore year. It was partially from the distraction of the classroom setting and probably also from pent-up emotions from her mom's disease, during which time Rosalind had tried so hard to be strong, she never allowed her mom to see even a tear. She was now readjusting and struggling to believe that her mom was really well again. In spite of this considerable adversity, it has all only served to fuel Rosalind's amazing courage, which has shone brightly her entire life. Her mom remembers the ordeal Rosalind endured for 10.5 years of school, from elementary through first semester of her sophomore year, when she began receiving homebound and online instruction for half the day, which greatly improved her ability to focus and learn more quickly. But for more than a decade, Rosalind routinely spent exhausting 12 to 14-hour days, waking to go to school, only to continue the grind afterwards with hours of appointments, with speech pathologists, occupational therapists, and extra academic help from tutors and her mom that didn't end until the evening. And Mrs. Wade gratefully remembers how, during her own ordeal and sickness, Rosalind was a rock, caring for her needs whenever she came home, as well as whenever she stayed with her mom in Boston, where Rosalind even worked a part-time job that summer. Rosalind's nominated tutor, Miss Lori Minter, describes her as being an overcomer, who instead of being knocked down by any of the adversity, keeps on like the Energizer Bunny, rising to each challenge with courage, grace, and maturity. Rosalind has displayed such perseverance, resiliency, and determination that have resulted in her excelling in high school despite the hardships and exhausting study, achieving an amazing 4.0 grade average. Classroom teacher and homebound instructor volunteer, Ms. Renee Kingen, affirms that this was so well deserved and that Rosalind earned every grade with great attention to detail and intense preparation, taking far longer than the others, but that she never asked for shortcuts along the way. Instead, she always works her utmost and produces excellent work, spending the first half of the day at the county's School of the Arts program at Bruton, where Rosalind, who was long recognized by her classmate as the kid who draws, has pursued and developed her wonderful gift for art. Just last week, she won Best in Show in a juried art competition between 17 high schools on the peninsula. And she has recently been accepted into the Fine Arts program at the Maine College of Art, where she was also awarded one of its presidential scholarships based on the excellence of her art portfolio and her academic accomplishments. Rosalind, you are publicly recognized tonight as a most worthy recipient of the Outstanding Youth Award for Courage, and you are extended the utmost admiration of the Board of Supervisors for your tremendous inspiration and example to us all. The board's best wishes go with you for a most rewarding and blessed life and a bright future filled with continued triumph.
I would like to thank Lori Minter for nominating me for this award. It is truly an honor to have someone recognize my ability to keep going when things are tough. I think we all have courage, but we just aren't recognized for it. Many other students go through tough times, and I accept this on their behalf too. Thank you.
Sarah Lewis is the 2016 Outstanding Youth of the Year Award recipient for overall achievement. She is a senior at Tabb High School and is here tonight with her mother, Cindy Lewis, and her father and nominator, Todd Lewis. Sarah Lewis epitomizes excellence and outstanding achievement by her accomplishments and superior performance in numerous endeavors. Her many noteworthy academic achievements at Tabb High School include her earning a 4.47 grade point average while taking numerous advanced placement courses as well as statistics and biology at Thomas Nelson's Community College and being named an AP Scholar with distinction. Sarah has received highest academic honors every year in high school, earning membership into the National Honor Society as well as the English, Science, Math, and DECA Honor Societies. Sarah's leadership achievements are equally impressive, including her selection as a delegate to the Virginia Girls State, where she was elected as city manager, and her leadership as Tabb's SCA Executive Board President and Treasurer. She also currently serves in a variety of other leadership positions, including the President of the English Honor Society, DECA Chapter and Psychology Club, Vice President of the Investment Club, and the Secretary of Debate Club. Sarah's service achievements embody over 200 hours through many groups, including her church youth group, in a variety of community projects, the Girl Scouts in helping younger girls, singing to the hospitalized children at the CHKD, and supporting the local Ronald McDonald House and the USO, various honor societies tutoring students in many math and chemistry courses, Tabb's Key Club in assisting with school service projects, the Chesapeake Bay Foundation working with their oyster restoration project since 8th grade to help place oysters on protected reefs in local waterways, and a youth volunteer corps at several Thanksgiving times, helping to feed underprivileged families on the peninsula. Somehow, Sarah finds enough spare time to pursue and excel at a myriad of other interests, the breadth of which is staggering and somewhat exhausting just to name. This includes her enthusiasm for science and competing in a number of county, regional, and state science fairs, placing first or second a dozen times, often focusing on her passion for the environment, and through which she has achieved the Virginia Lakes and Watershed Association Award, the Naval Science Award, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Award, the American Society of Civil Engineers Award, and placed first in the environmental science at the county and tidewater region levels, and second in the Virginia State Science Fair. Sarah also enjoys interest in business, investment, and her love for animals by logging mentorship hours with the bank branch manager, working as an attendant and veterinarian assistant, and operating her own business throughout high school by house sitting and taking care of pets. Sarah also enjoys her flute as an advanced musician and plays piano as well. In addition, she also serves with the Civil Air Patrol at Langley Air Force Base, where as a cadet chief master sergeant, she helps lead the younger cadets in drills and volunteering at air shows. And for the past 9 years, Sarah has trained in Taekwondo in the 2nd degree black belt and has won a Virginia State Championship and has been ranked in the top 10 in the world for her age group in the Taekwondo forms. Sarah's many noteworthy gifts and achievements in life are only matched by her character, as Ms. Pitchford, Sarah's marketing teacher, describes her as a goal-oriented, high achiever who makes a plan and knows how to systematically work the plan in whatever she does, who always has a smile on their face, and who leads by genuinely caring about what others feel about a matter, polling them, being an intent listener, and not taking credit for group accomplishments. All of this is evidenced through Sarah's service as the SCA Executive Board President, where upon hearing complaints about the school pep rallies were boring, started asking others why and how this could improve. And as a result of changes enacted by the SCA, Tabb's school spirit at homecoming week rose to the point that the principal approved a spring pep rally as well. This stunning turnaround of success was duplicated when Sarah was elected president of DECA last year as only a junior, but efficiently ran meetings and so helped motivate members to compete at DECA competitions. At the Tabb competition, participation increased by an astounding 59%. Not surprisingly, Sarah was elected the DECA president again this year and is also serving as the district president as well. This all summarized so well by her dad and nominator Todd, who states that Sarah takes her leadership responsibilities seriously and is motivated not by the title but by the feeling of helping a group to move in the right direction. Sarah, tonight, the Board of Supervisors publicly recognizes you as the most worthy recipient of the Outstanding Youth Award for Overall Achievement, and you are extended the board's sincere admiration and appreciation for your outstanding example as a role model to the youth of our community. The board's best wishes go with you, Sarah, as you continue to use your talents and abilities in making a positive impact in our community and world through helping others. Congratulations.
Good evening. I would like to thank the York County Board of Supervisors as well as the York County Commission for allowing me to be here tonight. I'm extremely honored to be accepting this award. I would also like to thank my parents for always encouraging me and supporting me to do the best in everything I do, along with my brother, who has always served as my competition and pushing me to beat him. But I would also like to thank Mrs. Pitchford, who has been my marketing teacher and DECA sponsor for all 4 years of high school, and she has served as a huge role model to me. Thank you very much.